Okay, so you said that you get stressed every day. What makes you most stressed?
The thing that probably makes me most stressed is my commute.
Okay.
I have a daily commute. I drive during rush hour
Hmm.
in downtown traffic, and both going to work and coming back is very stressful.
Yeah.
And I feel myself getting stressed before I even
Mhm.
leave the house, just thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah, that definitely makes sense. So because of your commute and other factors, what on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being unbelievably stressed, debilitatingly stressed, like I can't even do anything, with one being I'm extremely relaxed,
Mhm.
what would you say your stress level is usually at?
Um, During the day, during the work day, I'm usually probably at a 6 or 7.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna try to find some ways for you to reduce your stress levels, and it's gonna be you're gonna have some homework.
Okay.
um, so it won't be anything that's a quick fix.
Mhm.
I know you've probably heard of meditation or mindfulness,
Mhm.
or like a yoga practice, and a lot of these things are called practices because you have to practice them.
Practice, right.
So
Okay.
you're gonna have to allot some time in your schedule for some you time or just for some stress relieving time. It doesn't need to be a long amount of time.
Mhm.
I know you're very busy. You have kids, like you said, you work full time, but just carve out some time in your schedule
For myself.
to de-stress and
Okay.
just to relax, decompress. But before we get into some methods that you can do that, I just want to get a little bit more information. Is that okay?
Okay.
Perfect. So how well are you sleeping on a nightly basis?
Well, usually I go to sleep about 11 after I watch the news, answer some emails, maybe finish up some work. So usually around 11, and I'm up usually at about 5:30.
Okay, so I'm hearing that you get in bed, you're watching TV, you probably have your laptop with you.
Yeah.
Yep, you're answering emails, you're working on stuff. I would like for you to see if it's possible that you have a cutoff time with work
Okay.
and with all kinds of media. It is harder to fall asleep when you have lights flashing. So I would like to see you kind of have some quiet time before you go to bed.
Okay.
So even if you introduce this you time or this meditation time, or reading a book or taking a bath right before bed, I think that will help you sleep better,
Okay.
which can add to reducing your stress. Okay, so if it's possible, I'd like to see you kind of cut off work like around 8 or 9 if you can.
Okay.
I don't know if you're on call or anything like that, but if it's possible, I'd like for you to stop working about 3 hours before bedtime just to get in that calm state so you can have restful sleep, which can definitely add to stress relief.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So great, we can work on that. And what time frame do you have in mind to achieve this goal of reducing stress? Do you have a specific time frame? Is it just something that you'd like to see happen gradually?
Well, I know that it's not going to be, like you said, a quick fix. That it's going to take a while. So I'm guessing I'd like to see maybe my blood pressure start to come down maybe within the next 6 months. So I like to be able to see some kind of effect in about 6 months.
Okay.
I have my next doctor's visit in about 6 months, and I'm afraid that he's going to put me on medication. Right.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to, alleviate that.
Okay. Great. So I'm kind of hearing two specific goals. So you want to reduce your stress and your blood pressure, which is a direct result of that.
Right.
Perfect. We can definitely work on that. And then you kind of answered why this goal is important to you already. You don't want to experience heart attack like your mom did. And do you think that your stress is affecting your family? Do you think people are worried about you because you're stressed? Is it more so a you thing? Like I'm worried about myself. What does this health concern, who does it affect?
I think it concerns me mostly, and I tend to internalize it, so I don't share it with my family and my concerns. So I probably bring my blood pressure also because I'm not sharing that. But I think it's me personally.
Okay. Okay. Do you think that, do you not share it because you don't want to cause concern? Do you think people wouldn't be supportive of you? Is it just kind of like you're trying to protect people from
I think
taking
I'm
that
just
on?
protecting people
Okay.
because I'm supposed to be the strong
Okay.
one.
Gotcha.
So, right.
Okay. Well, it's good that you recognize that you are kind of holding that in, which I think can sometimes add to stress, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
I think it can be therapeutic to share it with your support system, to help people hold you accountable in your stress relief journey. Because just knowing it yourself, sometimes we fall off the bandwagon with certain things, but if we have a support system, it's like, hey, I noticed that you're stressed. Let's go on a walk. Let's do yoga together. Or, hey, Robin, I know you're about to go to sleep. Let's turn this TV off, just to keep you accountable. So, like I said, I do want you to try some stress relief tactics.
Okay.
There's something called progressive muscle relaxation. I can give you some resources more about that and kind of tell you about it, how to go about doing that. There's yoga, of course. I think people are, for the most part, pretty familiar with what yoga is. Does not have to be advanced. I know you've seen some pretty crazy poses. Literally, there's a laying down pose, there's a sitting pose. It's just really about mindfulness and breathing. Meditation, taking some time out just to be still and quiet and present. You time, whatever that looks like. If you like to shop, going shopping by yourself. If you like to read, reading by yourself. Taking your bath by yourself. And just having quiet time to yourself and whatever self-care looks like, getting your nails done. Just make sure that you have some time to yourself in your schedule. And I'd like for you to journal each day if that's okay, just to keep a collection of how you're feeling. If you have, we're going to put that stress meter 1 through 10. Just note how your stress is each day. And then we'll reconvene next week and I'll kind of go over.
Okay, so like number the stress levels. Okay.
Yeah, so every day. And then what you did. If you were really stressed, what you did, try to combat that. If you weren't stressed, great.
Okay.
But just to keep a record for yourself and also for me to see how you're progressing, to see if we could change some things up. And then how does reconvening next week at the same time look like for you?
Oh, that works.
Perfect. All right. It was so nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
I look forward to our next meeting. Okay, thanks, Robin.